Hi guys, I'm Sarah Ashley and welcome to the world of Salt House. Today we are talking about hummus, but not just any hummus. This is the easiest homemade hummus and it's so much better than anything you'll buy. It's creamy, dreamy, perfect. If you're new here, Salt House is a lifestyle brand and an online shop that I founded, and we're all about adding more creativity to your everyday life. If you're into cooking, decorating your home, exploring different art projects, even mindfulness techniques to help you get closer to your creative self, then you're definitely gonna wanna subscribe and make sure to click the bell so you can be notified every time we post a new video. So let's get into the hummus. I love hummus. I love keeping it in the fridge just so I can have like a healthy snack whenever I want, but I also love keeping it around for entertaining because it's kind of one of those things that's an easy crowd pleaser. Everybody always loves it, except for people that don't like garlic, because there's garlic in here, but I just don't really trust people that don't like garlic. So prior to starting Salt House, I was on a TV show for cooking, and then I was a caterer, so I've made a lot of hummus in my day, and I finally discovered all these techniques that have helped give me the hummus that I dream about. So the first thing that we're gonna do is boil a can of chickpeas with a little bit of baking soda. And this is the little magic ingredient that helps to break down the chickpeas, and this is what makes it really creamy. Next, we're gonna get our food processor bowl out, which is gonna do all of the work for us. And first, I'm gonna add in some lemon juice, some garlic, and a little bit of salt. I love garlic, so I like to use like 2 big cloves. And then this is a little tip for rolling the lemon. Put some pressure on it, and it kind of helps to get it nice and juicy. I like to just start with a half of a lemon and then about 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. I never really measure the salt, but I'm just gonna give you that measurement for this, but I want you guys to kind of like get used to just start tasting things and like adding salt till it tastes good to you. I'm gonna blend it up for a second, and it's really just to help break up the garlic a little bit, but I'm gonna let that sit in the lemon juice for a few minutes, and that's gonna help take away some of the raw bite from the garlic. Next, we're just gonna add a half a cup of tahini, and we're gonna start blending that and let it get really super thick. One mistake I think people make a lot is they don't put enough tahini. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of ice water, and it's important that it's actually ice water. We're gonna add that to the tahini and whip that up, and that again is gonna help make it really like light and creamy. At this point, now we're gonna add in our mushy chickpeas. You can also add in a spice if you like. A lot of people like to use cumin or coriander. I really like pimenton, which is a smoked Spanish paprika that has a really good smoky flavor. As this is blending in the food processor, we're just gonna pour in a little bit of olive oil, and that's just gonna again help that super creamy, lush texture. So at this point, you definitely wanna taste it. Like I just tried it. The salt to me tastes good, but I might just add like a squeeze more of lemon. So definitely like that's why it's hard to depend on a recipe for things like this, because every chickpea sort of like might be saltier or less salty. Everything is, especially like natural ingredients, they're all gonna be different. So you gotta get used to trusting your own taste buds. And then you put it in a bowl and you can just finish it as I like to finish most things that I cook, which is adding a little drizzle of a really good high quality olive oil and then a little sprinkle of flaky sea salt. I love making hummus because it's a perfect canvas for getting creative with your toppings. So my go-to is just a little bit of Aleppo pepper, sesame seeds, and then something green like an herb. And I like the sesame seeds because, you know, tahini is obviously just ground up sesame seeds, so I always like to kind of include an ingredient if I can as a garnish to show people what they're eating. The Aleppo pepper is kind of like crushed red chili flake, but it's just got like a fruitier, lighter flavor. I'm gonna go get some herbs from the herb garden. Some chives, and then I don't know if I'll use it, but I'll grab a little parsley. Next is chopped avocado, and I kind of like to make like a little salad with this where I take the diced avocado and mix it up with some za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern seasoning that has a blend of like sumac and sesame seeds. Like season that up in a bowl with a little bit of lemon, olive oil, and salt, and then use that to top the hummus. And lastly, I like to just add a little bit of thinly sliced radish and nigella seeds. Nigella seeds look kind of like black sesame seeds, but they're actually an Indian ingredient that has sort of like a peppery flavor that I love. And then you can obviously serve it with whatever you like eating hummus with. I'm sure you don't need help there. You can add whatever crudité you like or your favorite chips or crackers. So if it would be helpful for you guys to have a recipe card that you could print out with all of that info, you can just follow the link in the description and we'll send one to you guys. And we also have links for most everything that we use here today. So like the spices and the serving bowl that we use, so you can check that out in the description below as well. I would love to hear from you guys, so let me know if you're planning on making this, and if you have any questions at all, I'm happy to answer them. And don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you didn't already so that you don't miss us next week.